Third, a general allocation of special drawing rights of $500 billion to help alleviate balance of payment pressures. Fourth, return of stolen assets held by corrupt politicians and criminals. And fifth, meeting the agreed target of mobilizing $100 billion annually by developed countries for climate action in developing countries. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi addressed the high-level replenishment conference for the UN Secretary General's Peace Building Fund. The Foreign Minister urged the United Nations to address the root causes of conflict, including injustice, inequality, and suppression of right to self-determination of the peoples under foreign occupation in order to build and sustain global peace. Underscoring Pakistan's long-standing commitment to the United Nations endeavors for peacekeeping and peace building, the Foreign Minister recalled that over the last 60 years, Pakistani troops and police had represented the UN in 46 peacekeeping missions across 4 continents of the world. The Foreign Minister also announced a financial pledge as part of Pakistan's contribution to Peace Building Fund, PBF. The Foreign Minister represented Pakistan at the 17th Asia Cooperation Dialogue Ministerial meeting held in virtual mode. Highlighting the devastating repercussions of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Foreign Minister underscored the need to coordinate actions, benefit from each other's experiences, and pool resources for responding effectively to the pandemic. The Foreign Minister also emphasized the need for COVID-19 vaccine to become easily and equitably accessible to all. The Foreign Minister held a telephonic conversation with his Chinese counterpart, State Councillor and Foreign Minister Wang Yi. State Councillor Yi conveyed China's offer of 500,000 doses of Sinopharm's COVID-19 vaccine to Pakistan by the end of this month. This gesture by Beijing reaffirms the strength of the all-weather strategic cooperative partnership between Pakistan and China. Discussing the progress in China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, both the Foreign Minister reaffirmed their resolve to make CPEC a high-quality demonstration project of the Belt and Road Initiative. The two Foreign Ministers agreed to enhance communication and coordination to further solidify Pakistan-China ties. The Foreign Minister also held a telephone call with his Afghan counterpart, Hanif Atma. During the call, matters of mutual interest, including trade and economic activity in border regions, establishment of border sustenance markets, and Afghan peace process were discussed. The Foreign Minister also expressed concern on the high level of violence in Afghanistan and emphasized that progress in the intra-Afghan negotiation would also help reduce violence leading to ceasefire. Assistant Foreign Minister on Asian Affairs of the State of Kuwait, Ambassador Ali Suleiman Al Saeed, called on Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi. Reaffirming Pakistan's desire to forge stronger bilateral relations with the State of Kuwait, the Foreign Minister stressed the importance of deepening and diversifying bilateral cooperation. The Foreign Minister particularly appreciated the role played by the Kuwaiti leadership towards the resolution of differences among Gulf Cooperation Council countries. The Assistant Foreign Minister reciprocated the Foreign Minister's views on further fortifying and solidifying bilateral relations between the two countries. Foreign Secretary Suhail Mahmood held the 5th round of Pakistan-Italy bilateral political consultations with Ambassador Elisabetta Belloni. The entire spectrum of bilateral relations, including fight against the COVID-19 pandemic, political, trade and economic relations, energy, defense, migration and people-to-people exchanges, were reviewed during the consultations.
तर्जुमान दफ्तर खारजा जाहिद हफीज़ की मीडिया ब्रीफिंग। उन्होंने कहा कि भारत ने मकबूजा कश्मीर में जुल्म की इंतहा कर रखी है और पाकिस्तान कश्मीरियों के हक़ खुद इरादत के लिए जिद्दोजहद की हिमायत जारी रखेगा। तर्जुमान दफ्तर खारजा जाहिद हफीज़ की जानिब से मीडिया ब्रीफिंग दी जा